Hello, friends. I have returned once again because it is 7th week and I am picking up my classes for next quarter. I am pretty certain that this does not exist on YouTube, so I just want to run through it really quick because I have to go to an office hours for macro in about 40 minutes. Little update, of course. Earlobe surgery looking real good. All the stitches fell out, looking cute. Really love it. It's great times. Okay, anyway. Also, remember to subscribe because how else will you see my new earrings once I get my ears pierced, as well as my new classes next quarter if you're not subscribed? I don't know. Okay? Let's do this real fast. Okay, so now that it's 7th week, I'm going to start by going to the my.UChicago page. Oh my god. Phoenix, leave. So once I'm on the UChicago page, I'm going to type in my secret information. And once I navigate to my classes, I can start to add things to my wish list. UChicago allows people to register for 9 classes because the expectation is that you won't be able to get many of your top choices. In my case, I have 1 year-long class that I will be required to take going into spring quarter, but the choice for the other 3 classes that I'm going to take is all mine. I had to be strategic with what classes I was going to put as my number 1. So generally, you're going to want to put in the class that you feel very strongly about, or that might be difficult to get because there are very few people in that section. For me, my top choice is going to be a TAPS course, a theater arts core. So I'm going to start by typing in TAPS, and I'm going to choose 102 because I've already looked into this and I just want to take acting fundamentals really bad. You can see that there's actually a whole bunch of options for this specific class, a whole bunch of sections. I'm going to go with this 1241 because I think it'll fit well into my schedule. Maybe I'll also put a second TAPS here. So now we've got 2 different TAPS classes I could potentially get into. My understanding of the class algorithm works like this. It will go through everyone in the college at a randomized list depending on the type of class, core or not core, whatever. And it'll pick your first option. If it can't get that option, I think it'll wait until everyone's gone again and then it goes with your second choice. So it makes it a little bit more difficult, but fair, maybe. I would like a TAPS class to be my first class. I would like my second class to be French 203. I'm gonna go with this one because, early and out of the way, I guess. I'm not a big fan of 8 a.m. classes, but it's okay. What else can I do? I'll also put this one down as well because I'll probably put it lower on the list because I don't think it'll work with my schedule, but it'll be good to have. Let's check out the other TAPS courses. So as I was looking through this earlier, another class that was calling my name was this one. And another thing you can do as well is you can click on it, find out a little bit more about what the class involves, as well as you can check out the teacher evaluations. And the teacher evaluations are awesome because now I can look through everyone and see, ooh boy, like they did fun things. Oh, this class was actually challenging somehow. Very enthusiastic. We love to see it. And sometimes the students will warn you oh yeah, this class is awful, don't take it. So very useful. And you can definitely see here that there's a lot to go through. I trust that all of these TAPS professors are awesome because I feel like it would be very unlikely if they weren't, so all good to me. Next, I'm gonna throw myself down for this one because it's in person and I really want an in-person class, as well as stage design because that looks cool too. All right, now that I've gotten things figured out in terms of my fun elective classes, I'm gonna focus a little bit on the different Econ classes I'm gonna take as a busy Econ major, which I have now recently declared. If you go to a different term, you might be able to see it, but in this case, Econ 2.4 is not being offered. Let's go check out Econ 171. So in this case, it is open, and I will go ahead and click that. And let's also go ahead and go to Stat 220, and I can pre-register, pre-reg, for any of these. This one's being taught remotely to a large amount of students, so the chances of me getting that class are probably pretty high. And at that point, I now have 8 classes, and I'm gonna put one more for funsies. Let's go with another TAPS class. So with that, it's not that hard to schedule your classes, but there happens to be a lot of strategy that goes into it. The classes that you might want to take happen to probably coincide with a different class. A class that's hard to get is probably one that you will need to rank really high. You have to evaluate, am I okay if I don't get this class, and how will that work into my schedule? Because chances are you're going to have to push something into the future if you can't get it now. In order for me to get the most bang out of my buck per se, is to create a fake schedule. So then the classes I put as my top 4, top 3 choices will all work together, so then the system has no reason to go down to the next tier if the class doesn't work out. So the schedule that I picked just now will probably require a little bit of reworking on my part. This document, however, kind of shows my thought process. So I listed a whole bunch of classes that I think would work in their times. So then theoretically my top 4, and in my case are mostly TAPS classes. I'm not expecting to get all of them, but I would like to give myself the greatest chance of getting at least one. And so at that point I can assume that the other classes that are a bit lower on my list will be a little bit easier to get. So regardless of the fact that they're number 9 and number 8, chances are I'll probably get one, or I can at least add drop into one. This is pretty much what it looks like, and then it would give me the chance to see at least a little idea of what my schedule could look like if I happen to get exactly what I wanted, which is unlikely. So with this course scheduling, I have until, I believe, this Friday to format everything the way that I want to and get everything exactly perfect. And I believe it is during spring break or maybe the week before spring break do we figure out the results of this lottery system here at UChicago. Overall, I would say it's much more enjoyable than like the mad dash that happens during course selection at some colleges. So even though you don't get what you want always, it is certainly more pleasant than having to wake up at 5 in the morning to select a class and then having the website crash. So not too shabby. Hope you all enjoyed watching me pick classes. Let me know if you have any questions, of course, and I will see you later. Bye.
Oh, you're so cute, okay?
Ruining my flowers and everything. Look at this. Oh. You love me, don't you? You love me.